Today's readings are Genesis 14, Matthew 13, Nehemiah 3, and Acts 13. Quickly in Genesis 14, we see this mysterious figure, Melchizedek, show up, and Abram tithes to him. And Melchizedek receives that, he blesses him, and then that's the end. And you're like, what was that? And many commentators will think and say that this was Jesus, and it very well could have been. We're not told. It's just an interesting story, and there's a lot more you can dig into this to find out, and I don't want to do all the work for you. So if you read it today and you go, do some more digging. Share what you know. Nehemiah chapter 3, just a little thought. It's talking about all the people that are helping build, right? And verse 3, the sons of Hasaniah built the fish gate. They laid its beams and set its doors, its bolts, and its bars. And next to them, Meremoth, the son of Uriah, son of Hakkoz, repaired. And next to them, Meshullam, the son of Berechiah, son of Meshezabel, repaired. And next to them, Zadok, the son of Bana, repaired. And next to them, the Tekoites repaired. But their nobles would not stoop to serve their Lord. And then he continues on with all the different people that are helping, and it goes all the way through the chapter nearly. And I thought, those guys missed out. The nobles who refuse to stoop, to bow, to get dirty, to jump in and help, they're the ones that will miss out. They're going to miss out on the blessing of participating and watching God work and do a great miracle there. And so it's probably something you might have just read over and you go, nothing there, But it just caught my eye that amidst all the people helping, all the people serving, working together, there's a few that didn't. And that's probably always the case. And so it ties in really to Matthew 13, where Jesus is talking about parables and the different kinds of soils and the weeds and these different things. And what's interesting in this chapter is how Jesus explains parables. He gives the meaning behind some of them even, which is always helpful. And in doing so, that helps us interpret other parables. Right? It's not just every little detail is important. It's the whole main idea of a parable that we need to take into account as we read those. And for those really seeking the Lord, the truth of the parable will come to light, and you'll receive it with joy and gladness and learn from it and grow through it. And for those who aren't really interested in the things of God, it won't make sense. You'll be like, that's weird, and they'll move on. And that's kind of the point of parables. To bring those who desire to be close, desire to know, closer, and those who really could care less, they'll fall by the wayside, which is kind of sad. Some of the parables talking about the kingdom of heaven, and it's like, a treasure. It's like a merchant in search of fine pearls. It's like a net thrown into the sea. And in each of these, the point is something worth getting. It's something worth having. The kingdom of heaven. Being a part of. Putting effort into. And I think that's still true. That the kingdom of heaven is something we want to see and come to bear on this world. Acts chapter 13, we're touching them all today. It says, while they were worshiping the Lord and fasting, the Holy Spirit said, set apart for me Barnabas and Saul for the work to which I have called them. And so we just went through a week of prayer and fasting last week, and maybe you're feeling like, man, I'm supposed to go, I'm supposed to be. Let's go with that. Why? Because in the times where the church prays, and I didn't mention it yesterday, but Acts chapter 12 is when Peter's in jail, and it says the church is praying, and in the middle of the night, angel releases Peter, and he goes to the house and knocks on the door, and servant hears, doesn't open, comes back and tells everyone, and they're like, nah, that's not Peter. You were just praying for that. It's pretty funny. And so here they're gathering together, praying and fasting the Lord for direction and for what's next. And the Spirit sets apart Paul and Barnabas for the work to which I have called them. And I pray that that happens personally, in my life, in your life, in families, and in our church in the months ahead. Till next time, keep growing little by little.